Chris, how old are you?
35.
And how many children do you have?
2.
Are you close to them?
According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500.
The case begins with a simple exchange. Chris is asked his age and about his children. He confirms he's 35 with 2 kids, ages 12 and 15. On the surface, it's calm, but the undertone is clear. This is a man with a family depending on him, now standing before a judge. What do you think? Should being a parent weigh heavily in sentencing, or should the court focus only on the crime?
Fine. The state is opposed to your application, and they're taking in consideration 2023 CR 4342. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report state? Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No,
All right. Any witnesses state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
just my client.
All right. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Christopher Acosta,
All right. Defense?
Thank you. Chris, how old are you?
35.
And how many children do you have?
2.
Are you close to them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
How old are they?
12 and 15.
Do you don't have a formalized child support arrangement, is that correct?
No, sir.
But you give approximately $700 a month to
Yes. Or like every week, pretty much.
but you're not giving 700 a week.
No, pretty much like in a month. Or whenever they ask me for money, I try to help them wherever they can.
But you told me it's approximately
Yeah,
150.
about 150 a week.
I need you to wait for me to finish.
Okay.
The plea bargain details come out: a 10-year prison cap and a $1,500 fine. Both sides agree on the PSI report, and Chris himself is sworn in. Right away, his attorney highlights his family responsibilities, helping his kids financially and caring for his mother, who has serious health issues. The picture being painted? Chris isn't just a criminal defendant. He's also a caregiver.
Because this lady's taking everything down, so we can't talk at the same time. So approximately 150 to 200 a week.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you also are living with your mother right now, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Does your mother have health problems?
Yes, sir.
What sort of health problems does she have?
She had like heart conditions, high blood pressure, all kinds of stuff. She goes to the doctor a lot.
Are you the one that takes her to the doctor?
Yes, sir.
And is that at least twice a month?
Yes, sir.
And in the PSI, there's some mention that you have some brothers that maybe live there sometimes, but they're not currently taking care of your mom, are they?
No, sir.
And in fact, they're not living with her currently.
No, sir.
Now, you also have a girlfriend.
Yes.
What's her name?
Jennifer Lyons.
And Jennifer has been coming to court every time, correct?
Yes.
But
Yes.
where is she today?
She's at work.
Where does she work?
She's
And she's had that job for several years.
4.5 years now.
We learn more about his support system. His girlfriend, Jennifer, has been at every court appearance, though she's absent today because of work. His attorney leans on this point. Chris has a strong support network and steady work in HVAC and barbering. But underneath it all, the elephant in the room remains: Chris's criminal past. Do you believe strong family and community support should tip the scales toward probation?
Now, she's obviously very supportive of you, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And every single time I've ever seen you in court, she's here with you, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately, she couldn't be here today.
Not today. It was your last week.
Now, you work as well?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I do HVAC and I cut hair.
HVAC and cut hair. So I want to talk about the HVAC work in particular because you also have some health problems of your own, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's something that we've informed the court of in the past with regard to these seizures you've been having.
Yes, sir.
And you finally were diagnosed with epilepsy, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a seizure today,
Yes, sir.
this morning?
Yes, sir.
And you have these seizures how often?
Pretty much every day.
And you've been seeing a neurologist
Yes, sir.
and they've prescribed you medication.
Several. Yes, sir.
Has it been helping at all?
Sometimes, but that they don't. They're still trying to pinpoint like I won't have like no seizures at all. But they're trying several medications still.
And I'll explain to the court a little bit about the epilepsy if the court's unfamiliar, but that's very scary, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Having these seizures.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens in the shower
That's where, yeah, that's where it first started.
and you
Then the medical struggles emerge. Chris suffers from epilepsy, with seizures happening almost daily, sometimes in the shower, leaving him unconscious and injured. His attorney stresses the risk. In prison, without close medical care, these seizures could be deadly. This moment shifts the tone from punishment to survival.
you'll collapse to the ground sort of thing, right?
Yes, sir.
And have you hit your head?
Yes, sir.
Now, with regard to doing HVAC, you're not getting up in attics, are you?
No, sir.
Oh, especially not with your health condition.
Yes, sir.
You're doing everything
On ground level.
at ground level, okay. And you work for a friend or a relative?
It's me and a buddy, we're starting our own HVAC company.
And is that full time?
Yes,
So you're working at least 5 days a week, and I would imagine this summer is going to be good business for you guys.
yes. It's starting to pick up.
Now, Chris, we have to address the elephant in the room, which is your past, your criminal history. And as you know, it's sometimes difficult for judges to consider putting someone on probation who's been in trouble in the past, right?
Yes.
How old were you when you first got arrested? Back in 2007, I think. So 17 years ago, how old were you? 17, 18? All right.
18.
And when you went to prison back in 2016, I'm sorry. So that was 8 years ago. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You haven't been to prison since then, correct?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, you hadn't been in trouble in several years, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Until this moment.
But the defense can't avoid Chris's record. His first arrest was back in 2007. He went to prison in 2016 for drug-related crimes. For years, he stayed out of trouble until his most recent arrest. His lawyer calls it a wake-up call. Chris agrees he's willing to enter drug treatment if probation is granted. Do you think people with a long history of drug charges can truly turn their lives around, or do they usually slip back?
Most recent arrest.
Yes, sir.
Was this a wake-up call for you?
Yes, sir.
I've discussed with you the pre-sentence investigation and how they are recommending that you get treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you can understand looking at your criminal history, which is mainly drug related,
Yes.
where a judge would say, hey, maybe Mr. Acosta needs some sort of drug treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to take drug treatment as a condition of probation?
Yes, sir.
The only concern for you, of course, is that you need to continue getting treatment for your epilepsy. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So would it be fair to say that we're asking the judge to consider your application for probation and consider placing you in outpatient treatment first, see how you do that in that? And then if you slip up there, then you would be more than willing to go to inpatient?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you can abide by the rules of the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that you can stay clean from drugs and alcohol?
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the judge about your situation or your family or anything? Are you sorry to be here?
Yes.
Are you embarrassed to be here?
Yes, sir.
Has this been hard on your family?
Yes, sir.
Is this causing your children a lot of stress?
Yes, sir.
Just-
I'm not family.
Your mom
Yes, sir.
and your girlfriend,
Yes, sir.
right? She's very stressed out every time you guys are here. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But everyone is supporting you. They're helping you get the medical treatment you need and things like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Judge, I have nothing further for my client. The prosecutor may ask you some questions.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Sir,
The prosecution cuts through the defense's narrative. They bring up the 2023 DWI stop, where Chris was found with 11 bags of cocaine, 2 bags of heroin, and 5 Adderall pills. Chris claims he doesn't remember, saying it was during a Super Bowl party. But the state presses the point. That's not a small stash. That's serious trafficking weight.
when you were stopped at this DWI, you had controlled substance on you, is that correct?
Yes, that's what they say. I don't remember. That's what they say, yeah.
Well, you had 11 bags of cocaine.
Yeah, well, I don't recall.
Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, that's what the
Yeah,
report said.
yeah.
And then also 2 bags of heroin.
Yeah.
And also like 5 Adderall.
Yes.
Was that for personal use?
The Adderall, I had, I don't remember how I got the Adderall. I mean, there was a day I was partying and stuff, like it was during the Super Bowl, so I really don't remember much. I just remember the cops waking me up and they pulled out whatever, I guess. And I mean, really pretty much I woke up in the cop car.
I mean, I'm just saying 11 bags of cocaine and 2 bags of heroin and 5 Adderall, this seems like quite a bit of drugs to carrying on.
Yes, I understand that.
And then also with your previous convictions and of your felonies, you did get offered and you did take deferred adjudication or probation on those, and then you weren't able to successfully complete those. Is that right?
Years ago,
And then also as late as in 2016, that's when you got your conviction. You were actually on probation for 1 to 4 grams, and then you were sentenced in 2016 because you picked up another 4 to 200 grams. So you aware of that?
No, it was on probation.
Okay, you weren't on probation at all.
The prosecutor piles on. Chris has already failed probation in the past. His history shows a pattern of leniency followed by relapse. They argue he's been given chances before and wasted them. Meanwhile, Chris stays mostly quiet, caught between the defense's pleas for mercy and the state's calls for accountability. Who do you think has the stronger case here? The defense focusing on medical struggles and family, or the prosecution focusing on public safety?
So you took 5 years. Okay. No further questions, John.
All right, any follow-up?
No further questions. Just argument.
All right, court will hear argument.
I'll go ahead and go first.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe you want to go last. Judge, I mean, just moving this, his criminal past, if this was initial, the state did waive that enhancement to allow him to apply and substantially lower the amount of time that he would be facing if he was facing the habitual status. So as low to that, Your Honor, including the DWI, including with the possession of drugs at that time, state's request to continue TBC.
Thank you, Judge. We understand how difficult the situation that Chris put himself in back a couple of years ago. This was not a wise move on his part, but when I see his criminal history and I see the facts of this offense, I see someone that is struggling with a substance issue or substance issues. In talking to his girlfriend, she has told me the same, that she feels like he could use some treatment. You know, we're dealing with a 35-year-old man here, Judge. Yes, he's a grown man, he's an adult, but he's been in and out of the system since he was a teenager. And when you look at that history, it doesn't look like he was ever given the opportunity for treatment as far as I can see. And at this stage in his life, he does want treatment. He wants to better himself. He wants to get his business off the ground. He wants to continue taking care of his children and paying for them the way he's supposed to. This is sending him to prison is the natural instinct, I'm sure, for a court. But in this circumstance, we would ask that you consider placing him on probation and giving him the treatment that he needs. I have a personal concern with the epilepsy. As someone who has an epileptic in my family, I know how serious this is. And I lost an uncle who collapsed and fell and hit his head in his own kitchen and died. So my concern is that if he goes off to the jail and into the prison, that he won't get any sort of medical treatment that is necessary. And one of the things that's interesting about epilepsy is that your body is continuously adjusting to the medication. So it works.
Chris's lawyer makes a heartfelt argument. He frames this not as a story of crime, but of untreated addiction and medical crisis. He even shares a personal story, losing his own uncle to epilepsy. It's a powerful human moment in the courtroom. But the question lingers, will emotion outweigh cold facts?
Today might not work 6 months from now or 3 months from now even. And you really have to be on top of it with a neurologist who has to monitor you constantly to make sure that the medications that you're on are the appropriate ones that are helping you. He has been doing better. The seizures are not as severe as they were, say, 6 months ago when we first informed the court of this issue. But he still is having them. It feels like his doctors are slowly narrowing down. But one of the issues is he doesn't have health care, so he has to pay out of pocket. And neurologist visits are very expensive. but he is able to do it when he can. Again, my fear personally is that he gets to the jail, he gets to the prison, and as we know, the medical treatment in either of those facilities is not the best in the world. So based on all that you have in front of you, Judge, we would ask that you give him that chance on probation. Let him try to prove to you that he's not the person he was in the past, that he will not have violations in front of you any further, and that he can be the person that he should be.
All right, Mr. Costa, I want to let you know that I've listened to the arguments of your attorney, internalized everything. I understand people have medical issues. And I understand that sometimes if people look back over their life and they could do things differently, they would do things differently. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. So I'm not going to grant your application.
Finally, the judge delivers her decision. She acknowledges the struggles, but makes it clear Chris is not a good candidate for probation. The weight of his record, combined with the seriousness of the drugs involved, is too much to overlook. The courtroom falls quiet as the final ruling comes down.
As previously stated, I'm finding you guilty. Does anyone want to speak in regards to the cap? It's a cap of 10.
They've asked for 10. I would obviously ask for the minimum too, Judge. I think that would be, the least amount of time that he's away from his family, away from his mother, away from his children, and away from his doctors too, would be appreciated.
All right, this is what the court will do. Court is taking in consideration 2023 CR 4342. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. Court will give you credit for any time served. There's to be a 2-year license suspension. I'll request the therapeutic community for you, but I have no control on whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community. You'll have to ask for it also, but they'll see it in the judgment that I am requesting the therapeutic community, and I'll sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Chris is sentenced to 8 years in prison with credit for time served and a 2-year license suspension. The judge does make one gesture, requesting a therapeutic community placement for treatment, but ultimately, the system has spoken. His family, his girlfriend, his health, none of it was enough to outweigh his past choices. This case shows the sharp conflict between compassion and accountability. Chris's attorney highlighted family, medical struggles, and the desire for change. The state hammered his criminal record and the serious drug charges. In the end, the judge sided with the prosecution, reminding us that actions, not promises, carry the most weight in court. What's your take? Should Chris have been given probation and treatment? Or was 8 years the right call? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more real courtroom breakdowns told in plain, engaging language, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.